What's up, Mob Crew? I'm Chris. In today's video, I try to answer one of the biggest questions I get asked the most when it comes to the unsolved murders of Abby and Libby in Delphi, Indiana. And that question is, do they have any DNA from the killer? I will answer that question the best I can from some sources I found and more in today's video. Also, today's missing person case is Paris Goodby from Memphis, Tennessee. She will be featured at the end of my video, so please stay until the end for that. Thank you so much. Welcome back to the channel, everybody, where we cover murder, mystery, to the paranormal. So with the amazing advancement in DNA technology, and more specifically, genealogy DNA, where they can build a profile from DNA left at, say, like something from a scene of a crime, they can access the family tree and work their way through a person's relatives to match that person's profile with the DNA. It's unclear how exactly law enforcement generated a profile of the Golden State Killer, but from DNA left at crime scenes, they were able to do the same thing and work their way through the family tree and was able to identify one of California's worst serial killers in Joseph DeAngelo. Also in Indiana, they just recently discovered who the I-65 serial killer by similar work. Harry Greenwell, aka the Days Inn Killer, passed away before he was caught, but he was linked to the crimes using the same technology. So one of the biggest questions I see probably the most when it comes to the unsolved murders of Abby and Libby, do they have any DNA of the killer? Although Doug Carter and others have either dismissed the question or answered in a vague way, there was an interview with James Renner and Toby Lesenby that was asked this question. I will play that clip now.
Do you have some DNA?
I'm going to offer a blanket and say, as with any crime scene, there's always DNA. There's DNA even in fingerprints.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess the answer is yes, but again, I don't want to put any specifics.
So although another vague answer when it comes to the DNA question, I think it comes down to how much you believe in the answer itself and who is answering this big question. Even Kelsi German on a podcast has said they have some kind of DNA, and apparently she had known about this for a while now, but didn't or couldn't share this answer with the public. Usually they will mention the word weak DNA when addressing this answer, but as the chief has explained, we can leave behind even just touch DNA from our skin cells and sweat by just interacting with someone or something. Although we can only really speculate what was left at the scene that day of the double homicide, they did actually find some cigarette butts in the creek and spoke that they looked like fresh cigarette butts. Here is that audio clip.
They're on their way with evidence back, so just stand by there. They're on their way. They're coming through the water, by the way.
There's at least 2 pieces of evidence so far.
So you found more? What's the second thing you found? Because I'm only sending one evidence back.
I have a cigarette butt in the water that is less than 2 or 3 days old.
Okay, good copy.
If by some miracle this was from the killer, they could pull the DNA off the cigarette butt if there was any saliva left on it. Going more into the rumor mill, there has been talk of Libby putting up some kind of fight and could have scratched the killer, and they could have discovered DNA under her fingernails. They also took a hair sample from Kagan Klein after he was arrested for DNA testing. Although this was probably typical protocol, maybe by some chance this could also mean they have some kind of hair that was left behind from the killer at the crime scene. So even though there hasn't been a real definitive yes, we have DNA, the answer to the question is more likely they have DNA than not, and this will vary from person to person on how one perceives this answer. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please share your thoughts in the comments down below, and here is the sketch in the tip line. Please share this video with a friend and smash that like button. Please subscribe if you are new to the channel. If you would like to support my channel, you can click the join button and become a member, which gives you access to more perks and videos. Today's missing person case is Paris Godby from Memphis, Tennessee. She is black, 16-year-old female with black hair and brown eyes. If you have seen her or know anything, please call this tip line and please take a close look. Please take care of yourself and be sure to tell someone you love them, and I love you all. Thank you.